Welcome to the first instalment of fixing up my Starlet. As you can see, I've done a fair bit already. I've filmed it all so I can show you all that we've done. Haven't been going too hard on it, to be fair. Had plenty to do working on our house, and just the nature of the work involved in this, it's pretty loud, so I'm pretty restricted about what I can do at night time on it. Don't want to keep the kids away. So yeah, been chipping away at it, but progress has been a little bit slow. But anyway, getting through it. So show you what I've done and what I've still got to do, and yeah, hopefully enjoy watching it. It's not the most exciting work doing this sort of stuff, but hey, it's something. So yeah, take a look. I've got one little treat for you all, for all your viewing pleasure. I know how much my last video sucked at night time with my dismal lighting situation, so I've upgraded my lights, and it's primo. It's like daylight in here. So you'll notice from here, I'll put up the videos of what I've done to get to this point, and you'll notice the night time's actually pretty good now, which is awesome. But then, like I said, I'm not doing too much at night on it. But anyway, yeah, moving forward with lots of stuff. So I've got the rotisserie in and bolted up. Just had to make these brackets here to bolt the car on. I've just gone off the factory toe points, which hopefully will be strong enough. Once I put the weight on it, if it flexes a bit, I'll add some more bracing, but it's all ready to go. Now I'm just going to jack the car up off the wheel stands and take those out, and then I can let it down onto the rotisserie, and then I'll pull the diff and the front subframe out, and then should be good to go. I've tried to mount these a bit more, and hopefully in the centre of the car compared to the last car I did. The last time I had a car on here, it was a bit sort of bottom heavy, so when you have it upside down it was wasn't very stable, so hopefully this is a bit better this time. From the fridge, my babe. Then step up to the top with your cold cracked. Oh, it's a long way down, but you said, come on, just come on round. She's a little lady now, coming through the mail. Come on, come on, come on, come on. see, I've got the Starlet all stripped and mounted up on the rotisserie. I built this rotisserie a few years ago, or probably more than that actually. It was pretty crude at the time, so I've cleaned it up and modified it and put some cast wheels on it. It's actually really quite good now, so I wish I'd done a few other projects like this, but anyway. So yeah, so I've pulled it all apart. Well, pretty much. There's a few little things to take off, but she's pretty much all gone. Actually made up, this is one thing I added to it, I made up a bit of a brake with an old hydraulic handbrake, so when you spin the car you can use the brake to lock it on, and that was all good. And then that master cylinder there is crapped out, so it doesn't work at the moment, but I'll repair that. I don't know if I said or not before, but this engine bay I actually spent a bit of time and tidied it up how long ago now, maybe a couple of years ago. And then the first track day I did, after I tidied it up, I crashed it, so you can see all this cracked paint and rust that's come back through. Nothing too bad, to be fair, but it's really got to all get done again, which is a shame. But I think now that I've decided to make it a nice street car, I'll weld up a few more holes than I had done, make it nice and smooth in here. So been chipping away at getting under seal out of here, just looking through and finding what I've got to repair and rust and stuff that I've got to do. This drive shaft tunnel here that I raised quite a while ago, I've actually got to redo that, because after putting the F series diff in it now hits again, so I'm going to have to remake that. This whole boot floor, which I think I said when we did the coilover conversion, it's pretty stuffed. There's lots of holes cut in it and it's a bit rusty, and I think it's actually had a repair in the back there at some stage, so there'll be a bit of work to do there. Bare metal with these back quarters, both sides. The roof is not bare metal, but it's really good, so I don't think I'll take it much further than that, just probably sand it up. There's a lot of little dents to fix, little bits of rust, you know, things like just where the rear hatch seal is, and sort of around the lock, and just little pieces. This apron needs a little bit of work. So there's lots of little jobs, nothing too major, but it's all pretty time consuming, as you can imagine. This back quarter on this side had a pretty hard life, to be fair. I actually don't think I filmed it, but I just had the slide hammer on here. As you can see, all these spot welds that are pretty crusty on there. Just trying to pull this guard out straight. If you look down, it's getting there, but it's still a bit ripply. But there's quite a bit of damage in there, so I have to do a fair bit of panel bending to get that out. It's not too bad for accessing behind it. It's not the greatest, but it's definitely doable. So I know that was a problem when I did all the rust repair on my van. I couldn't get to the back of a lot of panels, so I couldn't panel beat it very well, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but bog saved the day, as you can imagine. Let's see if I can flip this up and show you. These sills are actually pretty good, but someone's been at it with a forklift at some point, so I need to remove some dents under there. Yeah, like I said, from here on a lot of the work's really noisy, so it sucks. I don't really feel comfortable doing too much of it at night. You know, there's a lot of work to do with sanders and grinders and welding and beating of hammers, so really resigned to doing it in the weekend, but you know, I get there. So I'm just using the wire wheel on the grinder to get to all the bits that I can't get to with a sander or easily with paint stripper, so it looks quite good. see now I've got the car up on its side, these sills. No rust, which is good, but yeah, just I'm guessing a forklift at some stage has bent them up because it's sort of about the same width as a, well, that definitely looks like a forklift mark there. So I need to fold that lip back down and try and do a bit of panel beating. There's lots of that sort of stuff to do on the whole body, like these lower arm mounts have had a bit of a hiding from hitting the ground, and this back valance is pretty rough, and just lots of little things like that. So yeah, heaps to do, just keep chipping away at it. My plan of attack for this at this stage is I get this whole shell all tidied up and all painted, get it primed and panel beat it and paint it, and then what that means is I can stick the diff and the gear and the engine and gearbox back in it, put all the running gear and start doing the interior, just to get everything back into the car, because it takes up a lot of room when you strip a car. So I get the car all back rolling, and then I can start doing the doors, the guards, the bonnet and the hatch, all the other panels. It'd be a better idea to do it all at once, but I just don't have the room. I mean, the 626 is sitting there and I can't push that outside because it's bare metal, so you know, I haven't got too much room to work with, but it's all you need. So yeah, it's a plan of attack. Things probably will change as they always do, but yeah, hopefully I've got a bit of learning to do. I'm not a master panel beater by any stretch, but I'd really like to get these back quarters reasonably metal finished, so we'll see how that goes.